Okay guys, it's Sunday the 25th of March. So for this week's review video, you're going to have to bear with me a little bit. For some reason, Pro Real Time, when I'm going onto it on either a spread betting or a CFD account, it is not finding the FTSE 100. I'm not sure if that's a common problem, but just today, it was working fine last week, but just today it's not picking up the FTSE 100. So I'm on the standard charts. I don't use these standard charts, so maybe it's going to be a little bit more bumpy today doing the review. Okay, so in fact, just before we get started, for anyone who watches these videos and who is interested in the subscription service, or if you're an old subscriber who is considering coming back, you really want to join the newsletter because there's some quite cool news coming in the next couple of weeks, which will help you guys out. Also, anyone who's interested in Zone Trader, also join the newsletter because there's some really exciting news coming in the next couple of weeks. I can't wait to get that news out there. I've certainly been working on it for pretty much this whole year. Okay, so with this market, what are we looking at? So last week we were looking at, we'd found a potential level of support down at these two levels, 7124 to 7103, 7083 to 7060. And what we went over was how we could watch at these areas coming into the trading week. If the market started to hold at these levels or continues to hold, we could look for bounces, potentially back up toward these highs. And then what we went over was how if we started to break down below these zones, so if we broke down below this top one, we could look for the moves down into the zone down below. If we broke down below this one, we were expecting the move down to at least the 7,000 level, which is down here. The market broke down below, it tested, and then it put in a very, very strong rejection. It came down a heck of a way on Thursday. Friday also it spiked up and then it rejected coming into the close. Now one of the key buy areas we were looking at last week with subscribers was this 7,017 level. We had a little zone down here. So even as the market started to collapse back down, we got a nice couple of bounces off of this area. And then the market has just continued with its very, very strong bearish move. So next week, what are we looking at? Well, a couple of different things. We've had a very strong move down, first of all. Key resistance now is up above. Let's get rid of this. If I can figure out how to, there we go. Get rid of this rectangle. So we've got key resistance levels now up above. What we're also looking at to the left is right here. This whole section of price action. We've came down, we've put in a nice strong bounce, we've came down, we've paused, down, then another bounce, which came back to retest at this whole section of price action right here. So it's basically telling us that both buyers and sellers are very interested at this whole section of price action. This is very key support now for the FTSE. If we start getting down below really 6,800, then I mean the FTSE's coming down to at least 6,700 toward 6,673 if we start failing at these levels. So what that means is, first of all, coming into next week, I'm more than happy to look for bullish bounces from this level. We've already actually had a couple from down here. Let's have a look. Where are we? Horizontal line. So let's have a look at them. We've got one sitting right here at 6,890 down to really this whole section right here at 6,870. So this section coming into next week is key support right here. And then down below there we have another one at 6,855 down into, I mean it goes really all the way down here, but we want to make it into a couple of different zones here. 6,837 right here. Both of these levels are very, very strong levels of support. We've also got one just down below at around about 6,823 down toward really the 6,800 level. So the round number is 6,800. These areas down here are very strong support. It's worthwhile looking for potential bullish bounces. So if we come all the way back to the current price action, you can actually see we've tested at this level once already. So 3 zones there, 1, 2, and 3. More than happy to look for those bullish bounces coming into next week. It's really if we start breaking down below here, then we've got another wave down coming on the FTSE. But at present, it's a very good level to look for bullish bounces. Certainly coming into next week, start of the week, I'll be watching all three for potential bullish positions. Now, up above, the very key resistance really starts at 7,060 all the way up to 7,090. So we can move this one up a little bit if we can get a hold of it somehow. Let me just put in another line. As I mentioned, it's going to be a little bit bumpy. This is not what I usually use for charting. So 7,090 to 95 right here. This is a key level of resistance right here. You know, medium term, longer term, if we see a nice strong move up here, also at 7,100 to 7,125, more than happy to look for potential weakness again, and the bears stepping back in if we start to see that very strong move up. Now, up above there, we're really looking at things like the spikes to give us some clues. So we've got one here at 6,955 to 6,980. And we've got another one sitting just up above. We really want to make that into a smaller one. We've got one sitting at, let's have a look here, 7,018 up to 7,043. So really on the way back up. We've got a number of levels of resistance. What I am looking at though is we are testing now a very key support. So I'm happy to look for the bullish bounces. If we start to press up, we've got resistance at 6,953 to 6,980. However, for me, the real key stuff, it starts further up. Really at 7,018 to 7,043, and then 7,060 to 7,000 and really 100. As we start getting up into these levels, I'm happier to then look for that weakness coming back into the market. And then certainly at 7,100 to 7,125 up above, also very, very key resistance. And really those are the main levels coming into next week. We've got this very strong spike down. Let's have a look. We can see it lining up with $6,920 to 6,930. Now really for me coming into next week, we may just pop up here, hit that level, find very strong rejection and sell off once again. However, what I'm really looking at is if we can get this blooming chart to work, this as a little bit more minor. Really, I'd rather be a little bit cautious after such a strong wave down now. I'd rather really see it coming up into the levels up above for potential resistance. If we start breaking above here, I'd be happy to look for potential support and the continuation. But now that we're testing at these very key levels, I want to be a little bit more cautious with this zone right here. Up above, as we start getting into these ones, more than happy to look for the weakness and those sell positions. Down below, very, very key support. This one, a little bit more minor, still worth watching, but if we break up above, I'd be happy to look for bullish bounces up into these zones higher up. Okay guys, so that is everything for this week. As always, I hope you found that helpful. I hope you all have a good trading week next week. I'm James Orr, and thank you.